It's food review time. Well, kind of food. It's drink review time here. Today we've decided...
Not the fun kind of drink.
No, not the fun kind of drink.
Coffee's fun.
Well, I guess coffee's fun. So we've decided
it is a drug.
Yeah, it is. Yes, caffeine is definitely a drug. We decided to do the big three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
we did.
yeah.
We're doing Tim Hortons, the staples of coffee in Canada.
Canada.
And now, somewhat in America. I guess they're just newly
yes,
American.
and
brand.
in Buffalo they came out with the spicy hot latte.
Oh, like
At Timmy's. Yeah.
Gross. So we've done Tim Hortons. We've done Starbucks, the fancier one, and we've done the new guy in the game, the McDonald's, who's recently, they've started putting an emphasis on their coffees.
Huge push.
Yeah.
And I think the push is actually working.
So here we go. We're gonna start with the old Tim Hortons, just a basic double. Just a basic double. So we got our fancy little cups here. They look like what are they? Are they like sake?
Yeah. So
is that what they? Yeah. Sake cups. Ha, sake. All right.
So Timmy's double.
It doesn't really taste like much.
It tastes like coffee.
Tastes like coffee. It's not too sweet. That's usually how I drink my coffees. I don't, double. When you say double, I don't even really know what that means. I know it's 2 cream, 2 sugar, but do they eyeball it or do they like specifically measure it out? But yeah, it wasn't bad. Like Tim Hortons coffee, it's good.
It does taste good. One thing that I've learned from people that actually do drink McDonald's and Timmy's is that one guy actually switched from Timmy's to McDonald's because of consistency.
We're gonna find out right now.
Yeah.
I've noticed that with Tim Hortons too. Like when you go from one to another, it's totally different.
Yes.
And McDonald's, I haven't had a problem with the consistency. So now we're gonna go over to McDonald's. Just again the basic double. They got Monopoly now. Ooh.
Ooh, WestJet rewards. They
don't even give out the $1 million anymore for McDonald's.
Not in Canada, I don't think.
No, it's like I don't even know, a car or something when you get Park Place and.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, here we go. McDonald's. I was gonna be like, look, you can see it, but you can't clearly see it through the cup. Should have ate a cracker, but it kind of tasted the same to me. Those two tasted the same. A little bit.
I found the Timmy's one actually just a little bit more bitter. Like it could have used a little bit more extra sugar.
Yeah,
and
I thought the coffee flavor came through pretty big on both of them. It wasn't like.
And I think the McDonald's one was just a little bit more dull.
Cracker. We're gonna eat a cracker because I hear that it takes out some of the flavors in your taste buds.
It's like eating wasabi when you have sushi. It's to cleanse the palate so you can taste the flavors for the next one.
I'll be eating lots of wasabi if we fucking do sushi. Soy sauce and whatever sauce.
Did I say wasabi or ginger?
You said wasabi.
Ginger. Ginger is the palate cleanser. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least is the Starbucks double.
I don't really drink Starbucks ever. So this is the first time that I'll be drinking Starbucks.
Never actually really drunk Starbucks. I think I went there once or twice to get a really fancy mocha type thing or something.
Yeah. All right. One thing I'm going to say about Starbucks before we drink here is you guys need to refine your ordering system. Can I get a small double? I'm sorry, a what? Yeah, a small. Oh, you mean a short? Sure. Is that your smallest one? Yes. All right. Can I get a short iced coffee? Oh, I can't give you a short one. All we have is tall. Okay, I'll take a tall one then, with double. Oh, it already comes sweetened. Would you like more? No, just give it to me regular, please.
That is one thing that I have heard, that Starbucks because they are this fancy.
Grande, Venti.
Yeah,
What the
it's
hell are
very
you doing?
very rich in their vocabulary for ordering coffee. So you actually have to speak almost like you have to speak a different language.
Almost, yeah.
And it's just like, Starbucks. If you want new people to come to
Yeah.
your store, don't give them a hard time when they're trying to order a regular coffee.
I was genuinely nervous ordering from Starbucks because I didn't know how they did. I'm like in the drive-thru. I'm like, all right, how do I say this? I don't want to sound like a complete fool. All right, here we go. Starbucks. Oh, that's strong.
Ooh, yeah. no
Holy
kidding.
hell.
Wow.
Whoa. If I drank their coffee, it'd have to be like a triple.
Ooh, I think it'd have to be like a quadruple
Yeah.
triple.
Whoa.
Wow.
But it doesn't taste horrible.
No,
Actually, now that it's been sitting in there, it's not too bad, actually. Interesting. It has a better aftertaste than the other two. That's for sure. Starbucks was definitely the most expensive. I bought an iced coffee and just a regular coffee at both. I bought larges at McDonald's and Timmy's. At McDonald's it was $4.50 or $4.25. At Tim Hortons, I bought a bottle of water and hockey cards. It was $12. So for the two, it would probably be about $4.
Yeah.
Around the same price as McDonald's. For two, the smallest types at Starbucks was $5. It was $5.05 or something like that.
for the smallest types.
For the smallest types.
So if you want to compare, what it is this. This is a large. This is
So you're looking
a
about
short.
$2.50 for this, and $2.50 for this ish. $2 for this.
Yeah.
So plus you get cool Monopoly pieces on the.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, oh well, what was my favorite coffee?
I'm actually going to have to go with McDonald's, simply because it had a little bit more of a milder taste. I always add a lot of sugar to my coffee.
Me too.
Because coffee does have that bitterness to it, but that's kind of the reason. Part of the reason why you drink the coffee is that bitter taste and the caffeine. Timmy's has that bitter taste. It's really, really strong.
Timmy's does?
Yeah, I thought so.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought that there was very little difference between the Tim Hortons and the McDonald's. There was very little difference. The strongest one was the Starbucks for sure.
The Starbucks is like
It's
whoa, way up
way
here.
up for
like,
strong. It hits you as soon as we're.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you put it in your mouth, you're like, oh, okay. As you could see by our reaction, but the other two were they just tasted like coffee.
Yeah.
Not being a coffee connoisseur, it'd be like drinking wine. I'd be like, they all taste the same, and I'm drunk
it's
now.
alcohol.
Yeah. So they tasted the same.
Yeah.
I prefer again the sweeter some because I don't really like the taste of coffee. I'm not a big fan of coffee.
Yeah. If I'm going to order a coffee from someplace, I will probably order from actually McDonald's.
I think honestly, this is if it all depends on a promotion for me now.
Yeah.
If I was Tim Hortons and McDonald's both have, to me, good promotions. I like them in Monopoly. It's kind of cool peeling the pieces off.
Yep.
It's lame. And Tim Hortons has the hockey cards. So
Yep.
I'm more prone to go to Tim Hortons because they have the hockey cards.
Good point. Good and very valid point, actually.
So
because if you're getting hockey cards and that's what you kind of want, Timmy's is a place to go. Because as I'm not saying they're both similar. Like the Timmy's and the McDonald's is similar enough. The Starbucks is the one that really stands out as a coffee.
I think you have to have be like a big. I like the taste of this coffee to go there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go there just be like, oh, if I just want a coffee, I'm just drinking. Most people drink coffee to stay awake. It doesn't do anything for me. Kind of gives me a headache now if I drink too much. So really, I'm kind of indifferent between McDonald's and Tim Hortons. I'm not gonna go to Starbucks again because value-wise, this is garbage, and their ordering system makes me nervous.
Yeah, actually, just from that little story, it's kind of like I've always understood that whenever you go to a Starbucks, that it's a completely different world.
I told my wife, I said, we're doing coffee, and she's like, oh, where are you doing it from? And I'm like, I told her, I'm like, Starbucks is one of them. She's like, you better learn how to order. and you know, in preparation, she's like going on their website. She's like, okay, what they're going to ask you what type of coffee you want. I'm like, what? I just want the regular coffee. I'm like, what? There's different types of coffee. Whoa. And I'm like, oh my god, I think that's probably why I got a little bit kind of anxious.
You got psyched out
I'm like,
beforehand.
holy
yeah.
crap, do I need to know their special beans and their magic beans and their regular beans? I'm like, oh crap. You know? So, and it held true to almost when we got there. It was like, oh, we don't have this size. We have this. Oh, just give me your smallest one, you turds.
And there's a good example of customer service, too, for that matter. Is like...
It's not her fault. It wasn't the lady's fault. It's Starbucks Corporation.
Yeah, yeah.
Lady was very nice. Very, very, very nice.
So there you go. There you hear. She's very nice, but it's the ordering system that can make a lot of people really apprehensive to go to a place that is a different world.
Like I've wanted to try Starbucks, but because I'm like, oh, I wanna know what they taste like. But now that I'm not gonna go back there. I'm gonna stick to just Tim Hortons or McDonald's. So we did iced coffees now. Now I just want to show you this. This is the Tim Hortons iced coffee. I don't know if you can see it very well. You probably can't see it, but there's no ice in it anymore.
Yeah,
I bought it about half an hour ago. I'm gonna say, okay. And then you compare this one. This is the McDonald's one. It's a little bit of meltage, but very cold.
Yeah, and you can see the ice.
You can see the ice, and the Starbucks one too. The same one. Ice. The ice has stayed. So that makes me wonder: does Tim Hortons use hot coffee? I didn't.
Possibly.
It does almost seems like they do.
Did it feel warm when you? Do you remember it?
It didn't feel as cold as these two. The other two.
Interesting.
We'll see if that affects the flavor. Now, this is what I normally drink. I drink the iced coffees from the Tim Hortons.
Yes, he does.
This is my
every
normal,
time we film, he has one of those.
Normal drink of choice. So we'll see side by side. Because as you've seen in previous episodes of our food reviews, when you compare things side by side, it makes them taste different.
Yeah, it does.
That was sweet.
Yeah, it was.
See, I like that. Because I like the sweet. I don't taste the coffee very much.
Yeah, actually, that's really nice.
So I like that.
I kind of understand why you drink those.
Yeah, I think they're delicious. No, I've had so I like that. You know, that's my choice of the. Drink.
I've actually never had
Iced coffee. Mother Hubbard. Lay back on so we don't spill that shit. But generally delicious, and I find though with Tim Hortons though, when you go from one Tim Hortons to another one, it's very inconsistent. You know, there's one by my house. They're not sweet enough. The one up here that by our studio here, good, nice and sweet. Every time I go there, they're very consistent. They taste the same. Yeah, it must be. Very consistent. So, Tim Hortons still a good game on the consistency front, anyways.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know whose fault that is.
Corporate and franchises.
You know, but that was good. I like I like this. Bless you. I like the sweetness of it. But it could have been colder. Not having the ice made it maybe watered it down because there was lots of ice in there when I got it.
Yeah, no, and from seeing the other two, so it means that something was really warm.
Yeah,
beforehand.
I wonder like, be interesting to know their procedures, eh? If they just use old coffee that they haven't served, and just be like, oh, we're just gonna reuse this.
Always a possibility because iced coffee really.
Yeah, well, it's just coffee.
Cold.
It would make sense instead of throwing it out. Let's resell it for $4. Here's the McDonald's. Oh, whoa! That was almost too cold.
Yeah. That's one thing that I've noticed from eating is that if you eat things really, really hot, all you can taste is the hot. Mm-hmm. And this was cold, and that's kind of the overpowering flavor.
That was weird.
But it was... You could taste the coffee. There was like almost no sweet to it.
Yeah, there was almost no sweet.
It was literally like they just threw daled coffee in.
Yeah, that was so weird. I've never...
Have you ever had iced coffee from...
Yeah, I've had iced coffee from McDonald's, and I really enjoyed it. This time I didn't really enjoy that one. I thought I was going to drink this one, but I don't think I'm going to drink that one.
So,
it was interesting. It was cold. Like, that's the first thing I noticed. I put it in my mouth, and I was like, oh, that's cold.
Yeah, and then...
And it wasn't good, so it made it not...
I've noticed the bitterness to it. So
Yeah, when I put the Tim Hortons one in there, I was like, oh, this is, it's good. I was like, oh, this is delightful. I put this one in, I'm like, this is shocking. This is quite disturbing almost. All right, on to the fancy one. They even put like something, little sticker on the side here. Iced coffee with milk. Okay, sure. Whatever that means. I just don't want to pour any ice in there. There we go. With the assist. All right, this one feels very cold as well.
oh yeah, you can feel through the cup
Yeah.
actually.
Again, the cold is the first thing I felt,
Yeah.
but the coffee was strong in this one. Maybe that's like because since we're not big coffee drinkers, and we don't really like. It's not that I don't like the flavor of coffee,
We drink coffee
but we
all
drink
the
it.
time.
We drink it for the sugar.
Sugar and the caffeine. So, see, okay, where? Wow, one thing that's been shocking me with these side by sides, these 3 ways that we keep doing, is the difference when you compare things side by side. Because if we were just to eat, say, McDonald's, and then the next week we eat Wendy's, and then the week after we eat whatever. You wouldn't notice a taste, but because we're eating them side by side by side, you can notice the difference in texture and flavors and things like that.
It gives you a different perspective of them. It definitely opens your eyes to things.
Yeah, I got to admit that the Timmy's was the best one out of
Iced
the
coffee?
3.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like it actually.
This one was like a clear winner. There was no closeness. The other two were close to.
close to each other,
Yeah,
but not
to
close
Tim
to
Hortons.
Timmy's.
Yeah.
And the Timmy's one had flavor. It tasted sweet,
Mm-hmm.
even though it wasn't cold. It was, it wasn't cold.
I was surprised. I thought it was because when the ice melted, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna like make it taste bad because it's gonna be a little bit watered down." But it actually didn't. It didn't affect the flavor. I found the ice cubes in it. I know, weird. Iced coffee, ice cubes affected the taste more than. So that's weird, isn't it? To me, that's weird.
Yeah. From what I understood, the ice cubes were just there to keep it to give it that chill.
Yeah.
but not to make it cold.
Not to impact it. Yeah, it's amazing. That's
Yeah.
interesting. It's amazing that just the amount of ice, like you can see them, and you can hear it in these two here and this one. You go, nothing, but it's so much better. And these two have so much ice in them that. I didn't expect that. I thought because when I had the McDonald's ones, I was like, oh, this is good. When I had it on its own,
Yeah.
like this is good. But again, the side by side thing is like, wow, it's so different.
It is actually okay. So out of the iced coffees, Timmy's is definitely the clear winner out of
100%,
that
yeah.
one.
like far and away winner.
Yeah, I would order it again.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I will continue
That
to get the iced coffees from Tim Hortons,
yeah,
even though they're so inconsistent from store to store.
yeah. And for the coffees, honestly, they all taste like coffee. Mm-hmm. And it comes down to the sugar level, and that's the way coffee has always been for me. So out of the 3, if I had to order one, it would be the McDonald's one. But
I'm going with Tim Hortons, and I'll probably stick with Tim Hortons. Just obviously right now I like because I want to get hockey cards.
Yeah.
So I get that.
And your point is incredibly valid right there. It has to do with a promotion.
Yeah.
So, like, out of the 2, I understand why McDonald's made the push and why they happen to be kind of
They're
winning.
not far behind.
Because their coffee tastes
Yeah.
exactly like Timmy's.
Yeah.
So, not a big deal there.
It's very comparable.
And if you're a coffee connoisseur, go to Starbucks.
Yes,
Learn
yeah.
the language.
Yeah. And I'm sure because they have tons of other roasts and they have dark roast. Well, they have dark roast everywhere, like at the 3 as well, and they have different types. But I think they have more of a selection at Starbucks. I'm not 100% sure because I never go there.
So for us, it was just a straight across the board, plain as day, iced coffee, coffee. Maybe later on we'll do the
fancy ones,
coffee type
maybe.
thing.
And the value from Starbucks is way less, obviously.
Yeah,
So like
you
said.
are paying for that
Yes. So if you-
poshness.
Yeah, definitely. So value-wise, Tim Hortons and McDonald's comparable. Taste-wise, for coffee, comparable. Iced coffee, miles ahead. Tim Hortons.
Wow,
well
yes.
done, Tim Hortons.
Bravo.
Well done.
For keeping score, I think Timmy's is...
I think Timmy's is the coffee champion still, and still
yeah.
champion of the world. Well, of Canada. Well, of cool discussions. We're not quite the world. But yeah, thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know down below what you guys think about the coffees. If you guys and give us a suggestion if you guys want to see some fancy coffee reviews by just a couple of non-coffee connoisseurs or regular Joes. If there's fancy ones out there, let us know down below, and we'll maybe
Take a
you'll
look
see
at
it in
it
a
and-
future episode.
And don't forget, we're in Canada. We don't necessarily have all the fancy coffee.
Oh, you guys can tell us whatever, and we'll see if we have it. If we have it, we have it. If we don't, we don't. All right, guys. See you later.
Yeah.